First vlog of the year. Someone please tell me why I thought I wouldn't lose my mind watching this in the dark. Good afternoon. I've started the year with 32 books I'm currently reading, which I did not want. And I haven't started any of my readathon books because I haven't finished writing my TBR, nor have I started on the book group book. But I am going back to sleep, so good night. So one of my goals for this year is to just start dressing better. So I'm gonna try. We'll see how long this lasts, but we're gonna try. Good morning, I guess. I finally managed to get myself in gear and write up my announcement. I am hosting this readathon again this year, and it's going to be so much fun. Choosing an impossible goal actually takes the pressure off of me. 500 was last year's, and that was perfect. But 2019, I chose 800 books, and that was such an impossible goal, it actually made me really competitive. I spent a lot of last year in a slump, so I kind of want to be competitive. Real weird to be seeing the sun come up again. Real weird to see it before going to bed. Back to bed, but it's nice. Bonsoir. I'm going to be focusing on You've Reached Sam today, which is from my buddy Reed, and Kimi Todoki Volume 2. Hopefully I will also get my readathon announcement filmed today because that's supposed to go up tomorrow morning. Yeah. Good evening. Tomorrow is the first book group of the year. We're reading not Midnight Sun, Life and Death, which is the gender swapped version of Twilight. Link down below to the Move to Higher Ground Fund. I haven't actually got the book. I'm reading the sample and I think I'm just going to leave it at that, honestly. I think it's really funny. I think it could be really funny, but I don't remember the book enough to kind of point out where it's gone weird. And like the weird gender stuff. So yeah, I think I'm just going to stick to that. I've got quite a few books in my TBR this month, and the Pondathon starts later on. So this is my physical TBR for the week, and I'm also reading One Life, One Incarnation, Beautiful Bones, and You've Reached Sam. I thought that Life and Death would be funny, and like just a good time, and I'm glad I didn't read anything more than the sample, but talking about it kind of made me want to read Midnight Sun for the same reasons, and I might end up disappointed with that too, but it sounds ridiculous. The whole choosing 800 books in order to kind of make me feel competitive hasn't worked. I do feel competitive and I do want to read, but I've only finished Kimi Todoki and I've been so tired lately that I don't think that's going to change anytime soon. I'm going to take Peaky Blinders off because it's not working for me. So I'm going to just try and keep going with You've Reached Sam. Good midnight. I am in hell with this serialized thing that I want to do. I thought it was going to be the one that has, you know, like a fanfiction of a fanfiction of a fanfiction of a fanfiction of a fanfiction, but also written in tandem with like the serial numbers filed off. And then I thought it was going to be the hashes thing, and now I don't know. It might be the reincarnation one. Just don't leave me to make decisions of my own, please. The good news is I got almost halfway through You Reach Sam yesterday, however, so that's really good. I had to stop because I ran out of tissues. Something about the writing is not quite vibing, but I have spent almost the entire book in tears, so I don't think it's that big of a deal. So I'm now 8 books behind schedule because I found Catherine Jennings' short stories in Tor, which I've really enjoyed, except for the one I'm reading right now, The Heart of Owl Bass, which so it's got my reading challenge down a little bit, but I really like the first two, so it's made my TBR go up, which, you know. Good morning. It is Friday morning, and you know what that means. I'm so fucking excited, but I'm also being like really good in doing my work. I think it's snowing, but unfortunately, I have started drafting another fucking outline, so I'm kind of stuck here doing the work. Oh man, I'm so jealous that I can't be out there. And it's snowing, it's literally snowing right now. So I had one book to read for the Buzzwordathon, and I have not touched it. I don't actually know where I've put it. Good start. So I read 3 short stories today, which is good because I'm 7 books behind schedule. I didn't want within the first week to be over 10 books behind schedule. One of the ones I read was And Where Would You Be Now, because the Buzzwordathon prompt was the 5 W's: who, what, where, when. And that's not the book that I said I would read, but it fits, so I'm going to count it. One of the other ones was And Now His Lordship Is Laughing, and I fucking loved that, by, apologies for the pronunciation, Shiv Ramdas. Fucking brilliant. Devastating, but also brilliant. So I got a little hungry since it's raining and we're going to lose it. It's really beautiful still. One of my goals for this year, I said, was to try and dress more nicely. I really like the people doing like best selfies of 2021. I got told today that's something. At least when I was wearing pajamas before, you know, I'd like coordinate or put on earrings, and today it's just nothing is matching. It was nice while it lasted. This week for book group, we're actually watching a Russian show. This is for next week, and I'm gonna just try and get a start. But my head is very cottony. Because my reading goal says, you know, read 2 books a day, I read 3 short stories. A Better Way to Say, Baby Teeth, and Anything Resembling Love by Eschewilu. I think I butchered that. Apologies. The last one was gorgeous. I don't really know what to say. I feel very like cotton brained lately, so I don't really have anything to say except that it is excellent. It's currently at 7 books behind schedule, and so at the end of the day it'll be 9, except hopefully I can finish this today. It is 98 pages. This is for Winterween, which I don't think I've read anything for yet. Matimba. I am really enjoying Secret Skin a lot more than I thought I would, and I am getting it. I'm getting, what's happening. But I feel like I will have to reread it at some point to get the full experience, because both my eyes are skipping a little bit every now and then, and also my memory is just shot these days. But yeah, it's really good. One of the 3 short stories that I read today was To Embody a Wildfire Starting by Iona Sharma, and it's so wonderful. So today Book Group is actually doing a TV show, Google. I know that's a terrible pronunciation. The author who did The Nose, and it's a Russian series that are kind of just gathering up his stories and making something of them, and it's really good. It's awesome. Of course, I forgot the days. So I've got 6 episodes to watch and 8 hours until book group, which is not going to happen. Also, I finished The Secret Skin, and it was awesome. I'm kind of going back and forth whether the 4 stars is enough or whether I should have given it 5, but I really enjoyed it. So it came. Excuse its bad angle. I cracked my head off of the fucking metal. We're putting a pause on You Reach Sam, and I've suggested a full love story, which I was going to read this week anyway. I don't know what we're doing. It sure is not pretty, but it is bright enough that I'm going to count this as being up at dawn. Also, there was a story that I started back in November, just kind of spur of the moment thing, and I thought that it just didn't save. But I've looked again and I have it, and it's there and it's fine. I've been too tired to really leave bed today, which is not the best day then to start reading about food, but it's really cute. So it was too much, and I went and grabbed some food, a yogurt, crisps, an apple, and some cake, which I know, the pinnacle of health me. Critical Role is on, so I do have time to, run down later. Still could have picked healthier things, but it's almost time. But the laptop literally dropped out with its Wi-Fi the moment I came on, so we'll see how long this lasts. Okay, good morning from me and my 8 a.m. dinner. So I don't really want to give spoilers for something like Critical Role, because I don't, if you're a fan, you're a fan, and I don't want to ruin it for you, but I've kind of been playing around with this idea for an orc romance for a while, and last week I was like, yes, this is amazing, this is the push that I need. And I mean, it veered immediately into like high fantasy, and now it's slice of life, but that was the push that I needed. And then it was like, oh no, I was wrong, this is actually an ogre. So I feel bad enough that I'm going to try and write an ogre romance. And we kind of, it was so unsatisfying this week. It was so unsatisfying. The others I'm fine with, but this is not coming into the bedroom. Nope. Of the 3 books I got, this, I wasn't actually that... I didn't have high hopes for this. The Decorated Papers one. I thought it sounded like an interesting subject, and it was £1. But this is really good. I think I'm actually going to use this in the ogre romance for the love interest. So these are books which I have recently finished, and I'm going to start making a standalone science fiction fantasy shelf. The answer is probably yes, but can you believe that my stupid ass is looking around this room like, why don't I just not put these books back onto the shelves until I've read them? I feel a little bit like I should apologise to people for like the barrage of um, Egyptian books I've just added to Goodreads. There's like 2 dozen at least, um, which I have no intention of reading anytime soon either. But I'm going to have the house to myself for a wee while, so I thought instead of anything productive, I would treat myself to some pancakes, a book, and Critical Role. So it's the 17th, and another and another readathon thing it starts today. Yesterday I actually ended up finishing the complete stories of Beatrix Potter, rather than Kiki's Delivery Service. So I'm going to keep going with that today, and also the first prompt for the, I think it's TBRPG-a-thon, was, for me, a book with more than one perspective. And I thought Howl's Moving Castle, but actually I don't think that's the case. I think the sequel fits that. I don't know, I want easy books. It's really hard to concentrate right now. Yeah, so I'm going to go with the second Hunting Monsters book by S.L. Huang. I don't remember what it's called, but I do know it's dual perspective. So the Explorathon, no, the TVRPG-a-thon, no. Yes. The story was Fighting Demons, and I actually read Hunting Monsters, the first one, so now I'm very behind. I haven't seen what today's prompt is because book group, but also my book came in 2 Waterstones. I didn't think I could go because I thought it was releasing on the 20th, but it's today apparently, so might do that. So actually I almost forgot the book that we went in for to collect, but I didn't do too bad, I would say. So instead of reading to not fail this month's readathons, I'm going to work on next month's TBR. We are up to 5 readathons. I don't think I'm going to do the Pondathon at all, even though I signed up for it. These 2 months have not been going well for that. Also, I will be starting this. My friend saw the anime and she says it's really funny, so great. So, Glasgow Short Courses has announced their next slate, and the course that I want is available. Literature of the Ancient Near East. I'm so excited. But also, Romancing the Gothic has announced their second conference, and it's Carmilla. Just like, I love these subjects on their own, but I am writing a Carmilla retelling, and I am also doing something that is kind of Egypt, Ancient Near East adjacent as well. So it's a good day. So, Fighting Demons was my first choice for the TBRPG-a-thon, and in my Twitter thread of all the books and stuff that I read, I did not hashtag it. So we're going to make that for the ones we're meant to find, which fits the first prompt for me, which was more than one perspective, and the second prompt, which is silence, I think. It's not quite silent. No, it's quiet. Which is kind of a stretch, but I'm going to go for it. So that was the worst in terms of trying to stay up for Critical Role. I think I slept through like 2 hours of it. But I think today might be the last day of the TBRPG-a-thon, and I haven't started the ones we're meant to find. And I'm too fucking tired, I think, to do that, so. So I started an audiobook, book 7, and I had to hop back to Hanging Moon. I don't think I've been spoiled. Chapter 1 was very like police procedural, so I didn't get it. But yeah, I haven't started the book group book, and I don't know that I'm going to do the ones we're meant to find. I'm going to try and finish Kiki's Delivery Service and maybe get onto Monstrous. Okay, so my bad. It's not Hanging Moon, it's the Hanging Tree. And since we're talking about this again, this is me shilling for Cobnahole Brooksmith again because amazing. The TBRPG-a-thon might still be on tomorrow, so I thought I would just jump in and give this a go. I never finished it the first time, and I really meant to. I really should have. I love Jonah's work, so this is my chance. So today is in fact the last day for the readathon. I'm going to keep going with it, and yeah, I'm not going to finish it because it's a big one and I'm dying, but progress. So, okay, I was wrong. I can't finish that book today. Oh my god. So I have come down a little bit and now I am going to give the book to Mum because why suffer alone? So after the success of the ones we're meant to find, I'm going to focus on a full love story, a physical book, which is also a buddy read, and The Hanging Tree, I think that's it, the Rivers of London audiobook. You know what I didn't mention earlier? Book group, which is tomorrow, which I haven't started reading for yet, so priorities. Look what came. East flows the river, come drink with me, and Golden Jasper. So much as this vlog is probably going to be a bust from now on, I have managed to read 52 books, most of them short stories of course, and I'm really happy with that. I'm going to try the Monstrous volumes now. I recently got number 5, and that should boost it some more. The sleep thing is just going very badly. Like I'm sleeping more, but I'm not rested at all. My tinnitus is back. So my big project for the first half of the year is probably gonna wait until February. I knew my TBR was getting out of control, but so the really cool thing is today I finished The Hanging Tree and a short story, and I have 2 volumes of Monstrous left. I'm 2 books behind schedule on my reading challenge. We're finally going to break even. Unfortunately, I forgot about the 2 books a day thing, so I read both of the volumes and I'm still a book behind schedule. Bonsoir, it is New Year's Eve and I'm still ahead of schedule, 3 books. and I'm feeling great about that. I don't think I'm going to finish any paperbacks. Unfortunately, I started the Enchanted Wood, I think, like the Magic Faraway Tree series. I thought nostalgia, but I just, they're terrible kids and I hate them. So not to be too obvious about it, but some things are better left in the past as good memories. I don't regret listening to The Enchanted Wood though, but yeah, it was nice to remember. I'm 7 books ahead of schedule. I'm going to try and read Babar today just to see where I am in my failing through French. New Year's Eve. I finished it. I have forgotten quite a bit of vocab, which I'm not happy about, but I am glad to, have picked up on those weak spots. I'm going to read a few short stories now. Anyway, thank you for watching. Happy New Year.